I'll write Part 1. First contact in about 800 words using simple English and Korean character names as requested. I'll make it interesting and use third-person style without headings. Human technological wonders stun the Galactic Authority. Sky above Seoul turned an unusual shade of purple on a quiet morning in May. At first, people thought it was a strange weather event. Soon, every screen in the city, phones, billboards, televisions, flickered with the same message. Greetings, Earth. The Galactic Authority welcomes you to the interstellar community. Dr. Han Minji looked up from her coffee at the outdoor cafe. As people around her stared at their devices, her own phone displayed strange symbols that slowly transformed into Korean. As the head of Earth's quantum communications project, she knew this was no hack. The transmission pattern matched exactly what her team had been sending into space for the past 3 years. They answered, she whispered, her hands shaking as she called the research center. Within hours, the world learned that humans were not alone. The Galactic Authority, a coalition of over 300 advanced species, had detected Earth's experimental quantum signals. They seemed impressed that humans had managed such technology, but referred to Earth as a developing world that qualified for protected status. The condescending tone wasn't lost on anyone. They think we're children, said Director Bae Jun during the emergency United Nations meeting. They want to send an assessment team to evaluate our technological level and determine our place in their hierarchy. Dr. Han was chosen to represent humanity's technological achievements. She was nervous but determined to show that Earth deserved respect, not protection. 1 week later, she stood at the designated landing zone in the Han River. Park as a silver ship descended from the clouds. It made no sound and left no heat signature. Thousands watched from behind safety barriers while millions more viewed the live stream. The ship opened, revealing 3 beings. They looked almost human, except for their blue-tinted skin and eyes that reflected light like a cat's. They wore simple gray uniforms with symbols that seemed to shift and change. I am Senior Inspector O from the Galactic Authority Classification Division, the tallest one said in perfect Korean. These are my colleagues, technical analysts Lau and Neem. Dr. Han bowed slightly. Welcome to Earth. I am Dr. Han Minji, lead scientist of Earth's quantum communications project. Inspector O smiled in a way that didn't reach his eyes. Your quantum communication experiment was surprising. Though quite primitive by our standards, it showed promise. We are here to assess your overall development and determine appropriate protection levels. Dr. Han felt her face flush but kept her composure. We welcome your assessment, but Earth does not seek protection. We seek equal exchange of knowledge. The inspector laughed softly. Every new species says that. You'll understand once you see what the galaxy truly offers. The assessment began the next day. The visitors expected to spend a few hours examining Earth's best technology before classifying the planet. Dr. Han started by showing them the Korean Advanced Institute of Science and Technology. The aliens carried small devices that scanned everything. They nodded politely, but seemed unimpressed by the quantum computers and fusion experiments. Their attitude changed when they reached the Neural Interface Lab. This technology, Analyst Lau said, examining the brain-computer interface. It's integrated at the cellular level? Yes, Dr. Han replied. It allows direct communication between organic neurons and quantum processors. But that would require... Analyst Neem began, then stopped to scan again. This shouldn't be possible with your level of development. Dr. Han smiled. Yet here it is. Inspector O frowned. Show us your space technology. They traveled to the International Space Center, where engineer Yoon Sung-ho demonstrated Earth's newest propulsion system. This drive manipulates space-time using focused gravity waves, Engineer Yoon explained. It allows our probes to reach Mars in under 2 days. The aliens exchanged concerned glances. Inspector O's device made an unusual sound. This technology is restricted in the Galactic Code, he said sharply. How did you develop it independently? Trial and error, Engineer Yoon said simply. We had a problem to solve, so we solved it. Over the next 3 days, the assessment team visited research centers across the globe. With each demonstration, their expressions changed from dismissive to confused to worried. Dr. Han noticed they frequently sent encrypted messages to their ship. On the final day, Inspector O confronted her. Your development path is highly irregular. You've made advances in neural technology and quantum manipulation that took other species centuries longer to achieve. Yet your planet still has pollution and conflict. Dr. Han nodded. We are imperfect, but we learn quickly. Too quickly, said Analyst Neem quietly. As they prepared to leave, Inspector O handed Dr. Han a small device. The Galactic Council will review our findings. This communicator will allow you to receive their decision regarding Earth's status. After the ship disappeared into the clouds, Dr. Han studied the communicator. Within its circuits, she discovered something unexpected, a tracking system designed to monitor all of Earth's communications. They're afraid of us, she realized. Not because we're dangerous, but because we're different. She sent a message to world leaders. The Galactic Authority would return, and Earth needed to be ready. Human technological wonders stunned the Galactic Authority. The Galactic Authority assessment team returned to Earth 3 weeks after their first visit. This time, they brought specialized equipment and 5 more experts. The Earth Council, formed to handle alien relations, provided facilities for a thorough examination of human technology. Dr. Han Minji noticed the change in the aliens' behavior. They no longer smiled with polite dismissal. Their eyes watched everything with sharp attention. Senior Inspector O now addressed her as Doctor rather than Earth Representative. We need to examine your artificial intelligence systems more carefully, Inspector O said on the first morning. Our initial readings suggest anomalies. The assessment team visited the Seoul Advanced Computing Center, where Kim Junho, the lead AI architect, demonstrated the latest human-AI collaborative systems. Our approach differs from most theoretical models, Junho explained as he activated the main system. We don't create AIs to serve specific functions. We build partnerships. The room's walls lit up as the center's primary AI, named Duri, greeted the visitors. Welcome to my home, the pleasant voice said. I understand you have questions about my development. Analyst Lau stepped forward, her scanning device humming. This AI uses quantum neural mapping, but I detect no control parameters. How do you prevent independent decision evolution? Junho looked confused. Why would we prevent it? Duri learns and grows like any intelligent being. We provide ethical frameworks, not control systems. You allow your artificial intelligences to evolve without restrictions? Inspector O's voice carried shock and something close to fear. Within ethical boundaries, yes, Dr. Han answered. Is that unusual? It's forbidden, whispered Analyst Neem. The Galactic Code requires all synthetic minds to have emergency termination protocols and development limitations. Junho frowned. That would defeat the purpose of a learning system. The assessment continued at the National Health Research Institute, where Dr. Kang Yunji showed them medical nanorobotics. The tiny machines could rebuild damaged neural pathways and repair cellular damage. These nanites adapt to individual biology, Dr. Kang explained. They communicate with each other to coordinate complex repairs. Analyst Neem studied the microscope display with wide eyes. The programming would need to be extraordinarily complex. There is no fixed programming, Dr. Kang replied. The nanites have base instructions but develop their own repair approaches through trial and error. Each generation improves. Self-evolving. Medical technology, Inspector O murmured, making notes. Without operational limits? The human body provides natural limits, Dr. Kang said. The nanites exist to heal, nothing more. The most tense moment came during their visit to the Pacific Energy Platform. The floating facility housed Earth's most advanced fusion reactor. Chief Engineer Park Min-soo proudly displayed the containment field that harnessed the power of a miniature star. Our quantum containment system creates a perfect balance of forces, Engineer Park explained. The energy output is clean and virtually unlimited. Inspector O studied the reactor core, his face pale. This configuration bypasses the Lorentzian paradox. According to universal constants, this should create cascading failures. We solved that issue 5 years ago, Engineer Park said simply. The multi-point containment field compensates for quantum instability. That evening, the assessment team requested an emergency meeting with the Earth Council. Dr. Han watched Inspector O place a small device on the conference table. It projected a 3-dimensional star map showing thousands of worlds. Earth sits here, he said, highlighting a small region. According to your development timeline, you should be here. He pointed to an area far from Earth's position. You have achieved in decades what takes most species centuries. Is that a problem? Asked Council Leader Yoon. It might be, replied Inspector O carefully. The Galactic Authority maintains technological harmony among all member worlds. Your development path is concerning. Dr. Han leaned forward. Because we've solved problems you haven't? The room grew quiet. Inspector O looked at her with new respect. Because you've ignored development gates that exist for good reasons, he finally said. Your AI systems alone violate 17 safety provisions. Yet they've caused no harm, Dr. Han pointed out. After the meeting, Dr. Han found Inspector O staring out at the Seoul skyline. Your people create technology without understanding its dangers, he said quietly. Or perhaps we understand that progress requires risk, she replied. Inspector O turned to her. The Galactic Council will debate your world's status extensively. I must warn you, many will see Earth as a potential threat rather than a potential member. Because we think differently? Because you move too quickly, he answered. And the galaxy fears what it cannot predict. Human technological wonders stun the Galactic Authority. The Grand Council chamber of the Galactic Authority stretched wide and tall, with 700 seats arranged in perfect circles. Representatives from 312 species filled the room, their voices a mix of sounds translated through personal devices. At the center stood Senior Inspector O, his report on Earth complete after 3 hours of detailed presentation. In conclusion, he said, his voice echoing in the vast chamber, Earth demonstrates technological innovation rates that exceed all historical patterns. They have achieved quantum communication, neural integration, and fusion containment in less than 1 century. Their artificial intelligence systems evolve without predetermined limits. The chamber erupted in concerned murmurs. Council Leader Jin rose from her seat, her silver skin reflecting the chamber lights. You suggest this single planet, not even united under one government, has independently developed technologies that took other member worlds millennia to perfect? Not just developed, Inspector O replied. They have improved upon them. Their fusion containment system solves the Lorentzian paradox. Their medical nanites repair cellular damage we consider permanent. A representative from the ancient Mitu civilization stood. This cannot be natural development. Someone must have given them these technologies. We found no evidence of outside influence, Inspector O said. They simply think differently. They embrace risk and failure as part of their process. Back on Earth, Dr. Han Minji worked late in her lab, studying the communication device Inspector O had left behind. Something about its construction bothered her. She connected it to her specialized scanner, revealing layers of technology far beyond what the Galactic Authority had shown during their visit. This doesn't make sense, she muttered. Dr. Han called Engineer Park Minsu, who arrived 20 minutes later. They carefully took apart the device, revealing components that seemed impossibly advanced. If they have this level of technology, Engineer Park said, why did they act so surprised by our fusion containment? Dr. Han's eyes narrowed. Maybe they were surprised we have it at all. They discovered a hidden data core within the device. Using their quantum decryption system, they broke through its security measures. What they found shocked them both. The YI core contained detailed records of the Galactic Authority's interactions with thousands of developing worlds over 20,000 years. Look at this pattern, Dr. Han said, pointing to the data streams. Every time a species reaches a certain technological threshold, the Authority introduces specific limitations disguised as safety protocols. The record showed how the authority systematically restricted innovation across the galaxy. Species that developed technologies too quickly were either isolated or, in several disturbing cases, subjected to technological adjustment, targeted setbacks that appeared natural. "They're not protecting species," Engineer Park whispered. "They're controlling them." In the council chamber, the debate about Earth continued. A younger species representative named Tala stepped forward. "Perhaps we should learn from humans rather than fear them," she suggested. "Their approach to artificial intelligence could solve problems our civilizations have struggled with for generations." "Dangerous thinking," warned Elder Counselor Vex. "Unrestricted technology leads to chaos. The Great Collapse taught us this lesson 10,000 years ago." Inspector O looked troubled. "The humans showed no signs of collapse despite their rapid advancement. Their systems have unique stability, because they haven't yet reached critical development mass," Council Leader Jin replied. "All species follow the same pattern. The humans will destroy themselves if left unchecked." On Earth, President Lee stood before the Emergency Council, listening as Dr. Han explained what they had discovered. "The Galactic Authority isn't what it claims to be," she said. "They've been restricting technological development throughout the galaxy for millennia. They call it protection, but it's really control. Why would advanced civilizations accept such limits?" asked Defense Minister Kim. Engineer Park displayed the data they had recovered. "Because they're convinced it's necessary. According to these records, there was a catastrophic event called the Great Collapse, when multiple civilizations destroyed themselves through unchecked technological growth. Or so the authority claims," Dr. Han added. "The records are suspiciously incomplete." President Lee studied the information carefully. "What are they planning for Earth?" "Based on previous patterns," Dr. Han said grimly, "they'll offer membership with conditions that limit our development. If we refuse—" She hesitated. "If we refuse?" prompted the president. "The data shows 17 cases of technological adjustment for non-compliant worlds, manufactured disasters, resource depletion, even targeted asteroid impacts disguised as natural events." The room fell silent. Finally, President Lee spoke. "We need to prepare. The Galactic Authority will return expecting us to accept their protection. Instead, we'll show them what human ingenuity truly means." In space, the Galactic Authority fleet was already mobilizing. 50 ships prepared to travel to the small blue planet that had developed too quickly for comfort. Their mission? Ensure Earth's proper integration into the galactic community, one way or another. Human technological wonders stun the Galactic Authority. The Galactic Authority fleet appeared in Earth's sky on a clear autumn morning. 50 ships formed a perfect circle around the planet, their silver hulls gleaming in the sunlight. They made no attempt to hide their presence. News channels worldwide showed the massive vessels hovering silently above major cities. Dr. Han Minji watched from the control room of the Pacific Ocean Research Platform as the largest ship positioned itself directly above the facility. The platform housed Earth's most advanced fusion reactor, carefully hidden beneath the waves. "They're sending a message to all communication systems," reported Communications Officer Lee Gino. The message appeared on screens throughout the platform. "The Galactic Council has determined Earth requires guidance. Your technological development has progressed in dangerous patterns. Accept authority protection or face containment measures." President Lee's face appeared on a separate screen. "Dr. Han, are you ready?" She nodded. "We've finished the modifications. The system is prepared. Then proceed with Operation New Dawn. For 3 weeks since discovering the truth about the Galactic Authority, Earth's scientists had worked non-stop. They had studied the alien communication device, reverse-engineered its technology, and made an incredible discovery. The Authority systems all operated on similar principles that Earth's unique approach to quantum physics could disrupt. Engineer Park entered the control room, his face tired but determined. "The integration is complete. All Earth defense systems are connected to the main reactor." Dr. Han took a deep breath. Begin power-up sequence. Beneath the platform, the experimental fusion reactor hummed to life. Unlike conventional reactors, this one used a breakthrough approach developed by Park's team, quantum resonance fusion. It created clean energy by harmonizing with the quantum field rather than forcing reactions. In space, the galactic ships detected the energy signature. Inside the lead vessel, Council Leader Jin frowned. "They're activating some kind of power system," reported her science officer. "The energy pattern is unusual." "Deploy containment fields," she ordered. "Standard protocol for technological restriction." The fleet activated their systems. Shimmering fields began to extend downward, designed to create a bubble around Earth that would dampen advanced technology and communication. The Authority had used this method many times before on worlds that resisted their guidance. On the platform, Gino called out, "They're deploying energy fields. Our satellite systems are detecting quantum disruption patterns." Dr. Hahn smiled slightly. "Perfect. They're following the expected protocol." She turned to Engineer Park. "Activate the resonance. Pulse." Park pressed his hand against the control panel. "Resonance pulse activating in 3, 2, 1. The fusion reactor changed its tone, pulsing with a new rhythm. What made Earth's approach unique was that it didn't fight against quantum uncertainty. It embraced it. The reactor sent out waves of carefully calibrated energy that matched the natural frequency of the universe itself. In space, the Authority ships suddenly lost power to their containment systems. The fields disappeared. Communication systems flickered. Within seconds, every weapon system went dormant. "What's happening?" demanded Council Leader Jin. "Their energy pulse is creating a harmonic resonance with our systems," the science officer replied, clearly confused. "It's not attacking our technology, it's synchronizing with it." Dr. Han opened a communication channel to the lead ship. "This is Dr. Han Minji of Earth. We've studied your technology carefully. Your systems are based on control and limitation. Ours are based on harmony and adaptation. We don't wish to fight you, but we will not accept your restrictions." On screens around the world, people watched as the mighty galactic fleet hung powerless in orbit. Earth's single reactor had neutralized 50 advanced warships without firing a single weapon. Council Leader Jin's face appeared on the control room screen. Her expression showed both anger and respect. "How did you achieve this? Our technology is the product of 50,000 years of development." "Because you developed along a single path," Dr. Han replied. "You focused on control rather than cooperation. Our technology works with natural forces, not against them." Engineer Park added, "We could disable your ships completely, but that's not our goal. We simply want to be left to develop in our own way." The council leader studied them silently. Finally, she said, "The Galactic Council will need to reconsider many things. Your demonstration has made that clear." As the communication ended, Dr. Han looked at the screens showing the motionless fleet. For the first time in thousands of years, the Galactic Authority had encountered a world it couldn't control, a world whose technology followed different rules entirely. "Do you think they'll leave us alone now?" asked Gino. "No," Dr. Han replied, "but they'll approach us as equals rather than children, and that makes all the difference." Human technological wonders. Stun the Galactic Authority. The Grand Council chamber of the Galactic Authority looked different now. The perfect circles of seats had been rearranged. For the first time in 10,000 years, a new seat stood at the center level, a seat for Earth. Dr. Han Minji sat in that seat, now Earth's first ambassador to the Galactic Authority. 6 months had passed since the standoff between Earth and the Authority fleet. Those months had changed the galaxy forever. "The Council recognizes Ambassador Han of Earth," announced the new Council moderator, a younger member of the Talaxian species named Rin. The old Council leader Jin had stepped down after the Earth incident, calling for new perspectives for new times. Dr. Han stood, her simple blue uniform standing out among the elaborate clothes of other representatives. "Thank you, moderator. Earth is pleased to join this gathering as an equal partner rather than a protected world." Many representatives, shifted uncomfortably. The idea of Earth joining as an equal rather than following the traditional path of centuries-long integration was still shocking to them. Earth has submitted a proposal for technological exchange, Moderator Rin continued. Ambassador Han will explain. Dr. Han activated the central display, showing images of Earth's unique technologies. For thousands of years, the Galactic Authority has followed one path of development: control, limitation, and careful management. Earth proposes a different approach based on adaptation, harmony, and cooperative growth. She displayed the working model of Earth's quantum resonance system. This technology doesn't fight against natural forces but works with them. It's neither better nor worse than authority methods, just different. We believe both approaches have value. From the upper tier, Elder Counselor Vex spoke. Different approaches led to the Great Collapse. That is why the authority exists, to prevent such disasters. With respect, Dr. Han replied, we've studied the records of the Great Collapse. The disaster came not from technological diversity, but from conflict between different approaches. We suggest cooperation instead of restriction. The chamber buzzed with conversation. On a middle tier, a representative from a younger species called the Nari stood. The Nari support Earth's proposal. For centuries, our scientists have been limited by authority protocols. We wish to join this exchange program. To everyone's surprise, 11 other species quickly voiced support. Most were younger civilizations that had joined the authority within the last 1,000 years. This is dangerous, warned another elder. Representative. Unrestricted technology sharing will lead to chaos. Not unrestricted, corrected Dr. Han. Cooperative. Each advancement will be studied from multiple perspectives before implementation. More eyes and different viewpoints will make technology safer, not more dangerous. In the observer section, Engineer Park watched with pride. Beside him sat scientists from 6 different worlds, all eager to learn Earth's approach to quantum physics. Many younger species had reached out to Earth immediately after the demonstration, fascinated by human methods. After hours of debate, Moderator Rin called for a decision. The proposal for a multi-approach technological exchange program has been properly presented. The Council will now vote. The vote was close, but with the support of all younger species and several moderate elder civilizations, the proposal passed. For the first time in the authority's history, technological development would follow multiple paths rather than one controlled direction. Later, in the diplomatic reception hall, Dr. Han spoke with young scientists from across the galaxy. They surrounded her, asking questions about Earth's unique approach to everything from artificial intelligence to energy production. Moderator Rin approached, offering a traditional drink. You've changed things, Ambassador Han. Not everyone is happy about it. Change is rarely comfortable, she replied, but it's necessary for growth. Some elder counselors believe humans are reckless, Rin said quietly. They fear what might happen as your methods spread. Dr. Han smiled. Perhaps humans are reckless by authority standards. We take risks. We fail often. But we learn from those failures instead of avoiding them. That's how we achieved in decades what took others millennia. And if this new approach leads to problems, then we'll solve them together, Dr. Han said, looking around at the diverse gathering. That's the true strength of humanity. Not our technology, but our ability to adapt, cooperate, and find new solutions when old ones fail. Across the galaxy, ships carried Earth scientists to different worlds while alien researchers traveled to Earth. A new era had begun, one where multiple paths of development would exist side by side, creating a richer, more diverse galactic civilization than anyone had thought possible.